In the valley of Temecula, under skies of blue, vineyards sprawl on rolling hills, kissed by the morning dew. People come from near and far to gather for a taste. A tour and a local band make for a special place. Chords and vines, songs and wine, a bottle and a tune. Chords and vines, songs and wines, a perfect pair for you.
Hi, this is Mickey Arnett, and you're listening to Chords and Vines on 10, Temecula Entertainment Network.
Roll on down, I'm gonna roll on down with you. I said, roll on down, I'm gonna roll on down with you. Restless dreams of your life drift elusively again. Thought of our love turning, darling, warmer than the southern wind. Yeah. And if you really want me, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rock one night in Nashville, yeah. I'm gonna roll on down with you. I said, roll on down. I'm gonna roll on down with you.
Chords and Vines. I'm Tom Plant with Kat Ellis. We have some special guests today. We have Tim Moyer and we have Laura Plant here in the studio.
Hi, guys.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is exciting. I really like that song, our intro song, besides John Lane, and then, of course, Mickey Arnett, but having Roll On Down with Bonnie Bramlett.
And now, Hank the janitor?
No, Hank was no. Hank the bass player.
Hank the bass player.
This was on an episode on Roseanne Barr, and when we had Danny Sheridan on the show, he was Hank the bass player, and he was then at that time married to Bonnie Bramlett, and that's also with David Crosby that was on there, and they were the bowling alley band.
Oh man, how funny!
On Roseanne, and I remember seeing it when it was first on, and when I talked to Danny when we were getting him on our show, I brought that up, and he brought this in for us to play on the show.
It's very cool.
It was.
I think we'll have to pull that out more often, dust it off, as it were. And just delighted to have Tim Moyer here.
Thanks for having me.
No, you bet. Anytime. Tim and Kat and I have been longtime friends, and Laura.
Yes, we have.
I think it's safe to call you Mr. Music in Temecula.
Oh, okay. I'll take that title.
I think so.
Are you Mr. Wine?
I'll take that.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Winormous.
Okay, perfect.
You started the TVMAs, the Temecula Valley Music Awards, how long ago now?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Chords and Vines, 4 years now. So Kismet.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about TVMA. What's going on as we roll into the fourth year?
So we started it off to raise money for school music programs. It kind of was a spin-off from Taste of the Valley, which Vista Marietta and I put on a few years ago. This year we are expanding. We have more out-of-town categories, and we have some really great bands coming in from out of town to perform on the October 7th award show at Belvino.
Wonderful. Great venue.
Yes. So Elvis Monroe's coming out.
Oh, cool.
And also Honey River, which is Joey Sykes from the Baby's new project. So, yeah, we're really excited about that.
Very cool. And now you're resurrecting the Bluegrass Festival.
Yes, I am. For the same benefit. All of the events that I put on are under Moyer Entertainment Group, which is my 501c3, to benefit school music programs. And when Melody Brunsting said, City of Temecula is pulling the plug on the Bluegrass Festival, what do you think? I said, okay, let's try it. So on April 28th, 29th, and 30th, I am doing that.
Wow.
It's a big undertaking. It's going to be at Tucalata Creek Ranch, and we've got a really great lineup, a lot of vendors, a lot of fun.
Our friends Kay and Alan Needle, and it's just the coolest place.
Yes.
It's a working ranch, and Olympians train there.
Mm-hmm.
They also have a winery.
They do. TCR.
They have some
TCR
really
Cellars.
good wines.
Very good.
Yeah.
We're going to see them on Monday. We're going out
Are
to
you?
visit them on Monday, yeah. Or no, Tuesday, isn't it?
It is Tuesday.
Tuesday. Getting my days all mixed up here. And also, I'm going to be out there with my mustards, my Sassy Mama's mustard. So we're stockpiling, and we got a new one I didn't tell you about, I don't think.
Where do you hear this, Tim?
It's going to be
Maple
awesome.
bourbon.
Yum.
And
Oh,
we
man.
have a Name That Mustard contest going right now because we're kind of running out of sassy names. And the winner gets a $25 gift certificate to the Temecula Valley Cheese Company.
Oh, cool.
But it is probably the best mustard we have made yet.
No doubt.
It is really, really good, and I want to make sure we have a lot of it to take out to the Bluegrass because it'll go great
I think so.
with all the food out there.
Yeah.
So, Tim, why don't you shout out a couple of web addresses for people who want to know more about TVMA and the Bluegrass Festival?
Thanks, Tom. Yeah. TVMawards.org is the Temecula Valley Music Awards, and TemeculaBluegrass.com is the Bluegrass Festival.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to both of those events. Kat and I will certainly be a part of each.
Yeah, Chords and Vines is a big supporter. We appreciate that.
Thank you. That's our pleasure to do that.
Well, you've been a big supporter for us too. It's I love that we can all work together.
Share and share alike. Yeah.
Definitely.
And last night, Kat and I were out in Winchester. We went to Whiskey Babes, and we went to hear the Barstow Prophets with our corporate sponsor, Chris Welton, on guitar and frontman.
Gino Mateo.
Gino Mateo. Oh, my goodness. And you could see that Chris was amped up last night because Gino brings it to a whole new level. That
bet.
man plays some mean guitar. And we had a nice little crowd there at Whiskey Babes, and we certainly want to... and we had a cello player. There was a cello player sitting in last night.
And I don't remember her name. I didn't get a chance to really talk to her too much, but I know Chris Welton has it posted on the website. And I
Yes.
just posted a few photos on my Facebook page from last night. It was great. Sorry we couldn't stay for the whole gig, but because we have work to do today.
Yes, we do.
But do want to give a shout out to Billy Gibson, who got you on the dance floor
Oh,
dancing.
did we have to bring that up? She had me twirling.
She did, and I've got it on video. I will not post it, but I do have it on video.
Thank you.
And Sean Smoot from the Cheese Company
Yes.
was there,
Cool.
and
her significant other Miles was sitting in. There were two drums last night.
yeah, there
Oh,
was
man.
Yeah.
Man, I
Dennis
missed it.
Dean. Dennis Dean and was on one set, and Miles on the other.
And then we had John
Jack
Straw, Jack McBroom.
Big Room, yeah.
I knew I'd
on
get it.
bass,
Yes.
he had been on our show before over at Fishbowl Studios. That's where we met him. So that was very, very cool.
Where
And
is Whiskey Babes?
It's in French Valley on Winchester,
Okay.
just north of Domenegone.
Cool.
Right there used to be
Gotta check
something
it
else.
out.
It's been that location, that spot's been there, and it's been under probably 3 or 4 different names in the last 15 years. But it is a very cool spot right there on Winchester.
Yeah, I saw your pictures last night, and I'm like, man, I'm missing out.
I know.
So next time.
we got to coordinate ahead
Yeah.
of time. But another tip of the hat, and big thanks to Chris Welton, who has been keeping Chords and Vines alive for all these many years. He's our corporate sponsor, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate all he's doing. And Kat, folks can get a hold of Chris. There's a link on the Chords and Vines website, and
Right. Well, to go to his law office website, it's Welton Law, WHELTON law.com. And then you can also find him as Christopher J. Welton on Facebook and also on Chords and Vines. And I believe I have it on LI Promo site, too.
if you need legal representation, Chris will take very, very, very good care of you.
And he's an amazing cabin builder. Oh my gosh, you got to follow this
Oh,
guy.
I know. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
You keep saying, when are you going to have a house concert? I want to go out there.
Exactly.
So, Tim, I've got, we have Out of the Blue, one of your songs selected to play today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that tune?
It's the title track off of my first record that was released back in '99/2000, depending on which site you look at. And it's a song that was on a movie called Easier Said. So that's your Google challenge for the day.
Okay.
Try to find that movie. But yeah, it's one that was on the radio a little bit, And thanks for playing it.
You bet. We're going to roll it right from that into Robin Adler and Mutts of the Planet doing one of their Joni Mitchell covers called Cherokee Louise, and then we'll talk about our first wine of the day. Right now, it's Tim Moyer, Out of the Blue on Chords and Vines.
And as I strike the match of affinity, and as I'm building a yellow fire from blue, and every love is the hardest, but my heat flies for just one flew. When the flames start to smolder, and all that's left is the fume. Out of the blue, you pull me. Out of the blue, you come crashing through. Out of the blue, you pull me. Out of the blue. And in myself I was drowning on dry land. The oceans grew when my heart was pounding, and my lips were turning blue. And as I watched my bubbles rising, of my last breath of solitude, out of the blue, you pulled me. Out of the blue, you come crashing through. Out of the blue, you pull me. Out of the blue, then I give in to humility, lost my will to choose. And as I take my out all my dues. Out of the blue, you pulled me. Out of the blue, you come crashing through. Out of the blue, you pulled me. Out of the blue.
Cherokee Louise is hiding in this tunnel in the Broadway Bridge. We're crawling on our knees. We've got flashlights and batteries. We've got cold cuts from the fridge. Last year, about this time, we used to climb up in the branches just to sway there in some breeze. Now the cops on the street, they want Cherokee Louise. People like to talk, tongues are wagging over fences, wagging over phones. Oh, shall go to the place where you can stand and press your hands like it was bubble bathing. Dust piled high as me down under the street. My friend, poor Cherokee Louise. Ever since we turned 13, it's like a minefield walking to the door. Going out, you get the 3rd degree, and coming in, you'll get the 3rd World War. Tuesday after school, we put our pennies on the rails, and when the train went by, we were jumping round like fools. Go and look, no heads or tails. Go and look, my lucky prize. She runs home to her foster dad. He opens up his zipper and he yanks her to her knees. Oh, please be here, please, my friend, poor Cherokee Louise. Cherokee Louise is hiding in this tunnel in the Broadway Bridge. We're crawling on our knees. We've got comics and magazines. I know where she is. The place where you can stand and press your hands like it was bubble bathing. Dust piled high as me down under the street. My friend, poor Cherokee Louise. Oh, Cherokee Louise. Cherokee Louise. Cherokee Louise. Cherokee Louise. Cherokee Louise. Oh, Cherokee Louise. Cherokee Louise. Cherokee Louise.
That is Robin Adler and Mutts of the Planet with Cherokee Louise. Mutts of the Planet is basically Robin and Dave Blackburn, and she pays such a beautiful tribute to Joni Mitchell always.
Oh, I love Robin. She is. I love Robin and Dave and her voice, and and she appeals to all ages.
She really does. And if you ever get a chance to see them in concert, they'll blow your mind.
Amazing. And she plays a bass ukulele that
I
just
know.
rocks.
Yeah, I saw it when she'd just gotten it. I think it was a Christmas present, and it's so cool.
It
And
is.
she learned how to play it. Now she's playing it all the time on all their gigs.
And we paired a Kim Crawford 2014 Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough, New Zealand. And I don't know about you, but when I hear Sauvignon Blanc, New Zealand is one of the first things that pops into my mind. And isn't that a pretty wine?
So tasty.
Yeah. This has got a couple of years in bottle, so you can see the color is a little deeper. Normally, Sauvignon Blanc is pretty pale, but that's got a little bit of color to it now. It's drinking beautifully. And I thought with all the little bright notes in it, it just paired so well with Robin's singing.
I don't know how it drinks. I mean, I'm empty now.
Well, I think we can remedy that situation.
Yeah, you might want to pass that over here, too.
That can be arranged.
Yeah.
And
Goes perfect with Robin's super smooth voice.
And before that, of course, we heard Tim Moyer, Out of the Blue, from the movie called
Easier Said.
Easier Said. Wonderful.
This is very good wine.
It is.
It's a good pairing, Tom, for both Tim and Robin's
I think
music.
it fit just perfectly.
It does. We just had so many artists that we wanted to put on today that we had to kind of double up on our music to pair the wines.
That's right.
We have
Not a bad
9
thought.
artists. And if we had 9 different wines, we'd be feeling really good.
Or we'd be on the floor, one or
Yes.
the other.
Rosemary be running.
Yeah. And Laura is off mic, but she was also talking about our mascot, Rosemary the dog, Rosemary the Wonder Dog, who would be
The
running
Chords and
around.
Vines dog.
Yes.
She'd be running the show.
She'd be running the show, indeed. And no, we'll get Laura on mic after the next segment. But we were at the Taste of the World event, Rotary Club at Pechanga the other night, and we ran into Jillian Larson. Let's talk about Reality Rally.
Well, we've got Chords and Vines has been a sponsor. I believe this is our 3rd year now with Reality Rally. And we actually have a team that we're putting in on the race, the race, amazing race-like game on Saturday, April 8th.
Cool.
In Old Town Temecula.
In Old Town Temecula. And we've got as our reality star,
Steve Cazell.
Steve Cazell from...
Cutthroat Kitchen and
That's
Chopped, I think. Several cooking shows. So.
Which we know it's going to be fun, though. Really, really fun. And this is
I
all
know.
coming together because Steve is putting it together. Is the lip sync contest on that Thursday at Palamesa. And he is going to be up front. And we have 5 of our Chords and Vines crew going to be backing him up, which is Tom Plant,
Yes.
Kevin
Reese.
Harold, Kathy Reese, her friend Sherry, and my nephew Austin.
Perfect. We're going to have a ball.
And it's going to be so much fun. And he already sent out the video for everybody to learn. I'm not going to disclose. Well, I'll tell you, it is just Justin Timberlake, but I won't tell you which one. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll be shooting the photos and maybe some video of everybody. We'll have that posted, but it's a lot of fun. And Reality Rally is to help
Michelle's
support
Place.
Michelle's Place, the Breast Cancer Resource Center here in Temecula. So it's we ran into Jillian Friday night, and she was supporting one of the Rotary Club's trips. What are their
Raffle prizes to Africa, an amazing safari to Africa.
And I caught her after, and she kind of lost her voice while she was up on stage there talking about the trip to Africa. But I did catch her and with a little bit about Reality Rally. Do you want to play that little recording?
Yes, I do.
Hey, it's Jillian. Check it out, realityrally.com. Coming up 2 weeks, April 6th, 7th, and 8th. Be there. We have 79 reality stars coming from 30 different TV shows. We've got epic events all weekend, so check it out. 6th, 7th, and 8th, realityrally.com.
So she was lacking voice, but never lacking enthusiasm.
Oh, my
She
gosh.
is a bundle of energy. We love you, Jillian.
She is really great. And I want to say, too, that my Shauna's and my Sassy Mama's mustards are in the Celebrity Chefs cook-off that night at Pizzelli.
Saturday night at Fazeli Cellars.
Yep. So I'm excited about that. They asked for two flavors, and I think we gave them cilantro lime and which is cheeky cilantro
Yes.
lime, and the naked and sassy,
Which is the honey mustard.
which is the honey mustard. Yes.
And let's bring up the newest flavor, which is yet unnamed, and there's a contest to name our maple bourbon. I can't say our, I'm not a sassy mama, but Kat and Shauna's new maple bourbon mustard, which is out of this world good.
It really is. It was just an idea I came up with after having lunch someplace and trying out one of the foods at the other place. Gave me an idea for this mustard, and we experimented first time, and it came out just incredible. I think it's probably one of our best.
And if you come up with the winning entry, you'll get a $25 certificate to the Temecula Valley Cheese Company in
That's
Old
right.
Town. And boy, do they have good cheeses and sandwiches and boy, you name it.
And our mustards aren't just for sandwiches. They go on cheeses. They go on just about anything. They're different. They're not your French's mustard.
No, it's
or
not
your
in
Dijon
any way, shape,
mustards.
or form. What a day we had yesterday. We went out to Orange County. We went to visit our friend Sean Roberts, who has a show called Your Weekly Dose every Saturday at, 1 o'clock?
11.
11 o'clock. And a lot of fun. 4 people. Sean is the host, but he has 3 co-hosts. And we were just tickled. We were his first guests ever. They have never had a guest on the show before. So
that's cool.
Sean is a longtime friend of the show. He's always there if we have a little technical problem. Call him up, and he'll give us all the time we need to help get us in the right direction.
He's traveled to L.A. to help us. He's traveled out here to help us, and
we've had him on the show now 4 times. 4 times.
I think we counted 4 times yesterday. One of the times was at Orange Coast Winery, which we went to visit after the radio show yesterday.
What a fun time we had there, you and me and Laura Plant, and they
Sean?
Sean joined us there. They took such good care of us. Peter and Sherry, we love the wines from Orange Coast. They brought out a couple of different paninis for us, an Italian panini, and then the jam panini, which had jam, brie cheese, and ham on a panini. It was so good. But they had a great crowd there. The wines are wonderful. The food's wonderful. And we just had a big, fun day.
It was really good. Laura, did you want to say something about the food? Or
It was excellent.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get Laura on mic after the next 2 songs. We're going to start off with Sean Roberts and a song that he provided called That's How I Got to Memphis on Chords and Vines.
That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. If you love somebody enough, you go where your heart wants to go. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. I know if you'd seen her, you'd tell me, 'cause you are my friend. But I've got to find her and find out the trouble she's in. If you tell me that she's not here, I'll follow the trail of her tears. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. She would get mad and she used to say she'd come back to Memphis someday. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. I haven't eaten a bite or slept for 3 days and nights. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis. Find her and tell her that I love her so. I'll never rest till I find out why she had to go. Well, thank you for your precious time. Forgive me if I start to cry. That's how I got to Memphis. 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 That's how I got to Memphis.
Hi, this is Robert Rankin Walker. You're listening to Chords and Vines on 10, Temecula Entertainment Network. Oh.
Yes, that was quite a moment. And
that was so funny. We had to leave that in there. It was Robert backed up into a chair. And
he said, I'll do another take. And we went, no, we like that one.
I like the being real on all of this, just being real people. And it was really fun.
So before that, we heard Vince Mendoza and A Moment of Clarity. Vince, one of our favorite people. We saw Vince at Peltzer Winery the other night with Michael LeClaire.
Oh, God, they were so good.
Yes.
I hated to leave.
It's such a great setting.
Wine, I hated to leave.
It's such a great setting for music. I mean, for anything. It's
right, it was just like a teaser of them when we got to see them for a few minutes. Really good.
So Laura Plant has joined us on microphone now.
Hello.
Laura is in marketing, and what are your roles here in Chords and Vines?
Marketing, promotion, head cheerleader.
That's right. We certainly need that.
And she's good at it all.
Thank you.
We're still enjoying our Kim Crawford Marlboro Sauvignon Blanc, the 2014. Yes, quite yummy.
I want to say something, though, about with Robert Rankin Walker that we, looks like we're going to be partnering with Robert. And
Mickey
with
Arnett.
Mickey Arnett, because we have started our Temecula Entertainment Network 10.
Yep.
Yay.
Yay.
Very excited
and we're
about
be
that.
working with them and actually have our own radio studio over there with them at the Murrieta Entertainment and Arts.
Murrieta Art Studios.
Art Studios. Seemed like it had a long name to start with, and they've shortened it down. So.
They're in the plaza on Winchester that's shared by Rustico, one of my favorite restaurants. Chef Francesco is just such a nice guy. The food is fabulous, so it's a fun place, and this center is wonderful. That's where we were at the Brett Cohn benefit a couple weeks ago. They raised over $9,000 for Brett's medical
that's
treatment.
nice. It was a great venue.
Oh, the music was so, oh my gosh.
Brett was on fire.
He was. You couldn't tell other than the hair loss. You couldn't tell that he was really sick, as sick as he is, and I think the music is just really helping him to keep playing.
He kept saying he was tired, but he just could not stop playing.
No, he couldn't
He was
stop.
having so much fun.
I did have a little video. I took some video of it, and because it was just so incredibly good. And then also Michael Baccarella was there for a while, who also plays with the Barstow Prophets. And it was good to see Michael there. And I think he and Michael and Brett go back. Somebody said they go back to like junior high together.
Wow. That
they've been together. So it was really good. So many artists. And that's why I was saying in this community, everybody seems to we all, I don't say seems to, everybody supports each other. Everybody in the music industry out here.
It's a wonderful thing to see.
Yeah.
Just to see the interactions and when people come in and guest with other musicians. It's really fun. It's so much fun to get out and really see the local musicians and working with each other.
It's great, and it's such a good feeling all the way around. I mean, the music went, what was it, 6 hours, 7 hours?
Something like that. I think it started at 1 in the afternoon. We left after 7. It was still going.
And I was never bored.
No.
No, not at all. I mean, that time flew by.
Everybody was really on their game on that day.
And the food was provided by Rustico, the little tacos.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was provided by Provecho.
Oh, Provecho, that's right.
Our friend
Mexican.
Chef Rosie, and I guess the cat is out of the bag now. She's got a new restaurant opening in Temecula. It's going to be called Chicana, spelled with an X, not a CH. Chicana with an X. And Rosie's got some tricks up her sleeve. We are so excited to see what she's going to do. It's the old flat top off of Rancho California and Margarita. And
nice.
I think she's aiming to open in May. She said she's probably not going to quite hit Cinco de Mayo, but there's no stopping Rosie. She is a superstar in the works.
And we saw her Friday night at the Rotary event.
The Rotary Taste of the World.
And she was there with her showcasing the street tacos again.
Yes.
It was good.
And I'm excited about this bottle I have in my hand. This is we went to a Washington State wine tasting about a month ago or so in San Diego. Beautiful afternoon. It was a sun-dappled day with the sun over the Pacific, and about 50 or 60 different wineries from Washington State.
Oh, At least.
So I met with the Washington State Winery Association. They were very kind to send us an assortment of wines, including Canoe Ridge Vineyards 2013 Barbera from the Benches in Horse Heaven Hills. I love that name. Oh. The cool thing about this wine, aside from the fact that it's absolutely delicious, it's one of 50 cases produced. A barrel of wine produces about 295 bottles, which is about 24 cases. So less than 2 barrels of this wine was produced. That's a very limited production, and it's a beautiful Barbera.
Do you know what the price is on something like that?
I think it's about, it may be sold out because it's so limited, but it was around $40, $45.
That's
the
not
Washington
bad
State wines.
For a limited, you know.
The value on the Washington State wines is hard to beat. They're lovely wines.
I don't think, we did a lot of tasting that day, and I don't think we tasted a bad one at all in there, one that we didn't like. I mean, they were all just really, really good.
So many, $10 and under, that were exceptional.
Right, for that price, my gosh, it was awesome.
I did a spring release concert in Walla Walla one year.
Love Walla Walla.
Great wines out there.
Yes, indeed. Well, shall we go back in time and turn the time capsule back just a little bit and talk about our trip to Carmel in November, Kat?
That was November. We had such a good time up there.
We went to the Hyatt Carmel Highlands. They took such good care of us, and they were able to line up a guest artist for us. Sure had fun with Dino Vera. Dino is a great storyteller, wonderful singer, a fun guy. He's played with Jimi Hendrix, James Taylor. Do you remember some of the other artists he's worked with, Kat?
I should pull his bio up. I can't remember it all, but it was such an incredible background. And
we
such
can pull
a nice
that.
guy.
Yeah, great guy. And we ran into him later. The next day, we were staying at Holman Ranch in Carmel Valley, and they have a restaurant called Wells Fargo, and Dino was in the lounge at Wells Fargo, so we got to see him 2 days in a row.
Oh, I was in there. I was dancing.
Yes, you were.
I was having a good old time. I don't know these people. I was just dancing with anybody who was out there on the dance floor.
So
of course, there was no wine involved in any of that.
No wine at all. Lovely Holman Ranch wines. Anyway, this is Dino Vera and Soul Shine on Chords and Vines.
Well, you gotta let your soul shine. When you can find the light that got you through those cloudy days, and when the stars ain't shining bright, and you feel like you've lost your way, and when those candle lights of home so very far away, well, you got to let your soul shine, just like my daddy, he used to say, soul shine, it's better than sunshine, yeah. Better than moonshine, yeah, I'm sure it's better than rain. Oh, Lordy, hey, now people don't mind. We all feel this way sometimes. You got to let the soul shine. Shine until the break of day. Now look at here. Well, I grew up thinking I had it made. Well, I'm gonna make it on my own. Life can take the strongest man and make you feel so all alone. Oh, now and then I feel sure better than rain. I just got to say, hey now, people, don't mind. 'Cause we get this way sometimes, and it's alright. You gotta let the soul shine, let it shine till the break of day. Shine on, yeah. Sometime a man, he can feel this emptiness, like a woman is robbed him of his very soul. And a woman too, Lord knows she can feel like this. And when your world is cold, just let the spirit take control. Talking about soul shine is better than sunshine. Oh, I know it's better than moonshine. Damn sure it's better than rain. Oh yes it is. Hey now people, don't mind. We get this way sometime. Yes we do. You gotta let your soul shine. Let the sunlight of the spirit shine. It's ever loving light through you, yeah. Let the sunlight of the spirit shine. It's ever loving light on you, yeah. Just let your soul within this frail mortal shell, the vilest of demons may dwell, burning to break out, trying to take down the host. The art of life comes ebb and flow. The high was surviving the lows. When your specters dared you, spectators scared you the most. It's another case of too little too late, or too much too soon. Once down this road, doubts enslaved. When success cuts a path like a blade, few really knowing the fear never show what you'd pay. Your entourage hovered and smiled, enabled you with their denial, till death tapped your shoulder, taunted, be bolder, fly. It's another case of too little too late. That's the price of fame. Pay the highest claim, or too much too soon.
Too Much, Too Soon, and that's John Quint on Chords and Vines. That's a song he wrote about the 28 Club, I think, Tim, the people that died at, or 27, like Amy Winehouse and Jimi Hendrix, and people that just got too much too soon and didn't know what to do with it.
Right, it's amazing, the so-called coincidence with all those people at the same age who passed away.
But John, certainly one of the most talented singer-songwriters in our valley, and we were involved with a songwriting competition called Your Music Out Loud. We had over 90 song submissions from all over the world. We had people from Australia, South Africa, Europe, all over the United States, and John won the whole competition.
No doubt. He's
a man in the shadows. He is, and so humble.
Yeah.
Won't take any credit for any of it. Not really even interested in any awards or accolades. I bet
you had to beg him to sign
Pretty
up.
much. Oh,
I pretty much did.
Yeah, we did.
I told him, I said, this is something you really should get into. Yeah. And it took me a little while to convince him to join.
I think I need to sign up for TVMAs as well.
Yeah. No, thanks.
In October, he's going to work with a New York producer.
Steve Adabo, who's a Grammy-nominated producer. He's worked with Bob Dylan, among other people. So he's going to take that song "Man in the Shadows" and put his own spin on it. So, wow.
I can hardly wait to hear back what his end product is going to be in New York. I think we should
go.
I think we need to.
I think we need to go to New York with him.
I do too.
John will be performing in front of a VIP group with some of the industry bigwigs in New York, and I think he's going to be surprised at how many doors start opening for him. He said, "No, I'm too old. Nobody wants a 60-year-old." Well, we'll see about that, John.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the 60 is the new 30.
That's true.
Right.
Oh, good.
And I actually did select another wine that we are enjoying with the music we just heard. Another Washington State wine from Mercer Winery, which was Wine Enthusiast's Winery of the Year in 2016. This is their Cabernet Sauvignon from Washington State. It's about a $20 wine. That's pretty tasty and nice and rich and round, much like...
Kat.
Cheers, Laura.
Tim, thank you for being with us today.
Tim,
cheers.
Always a pleasure. How do you like this Cabernet?
It's very good.
I have to say on Chad Roberts' show that yesterday on the, they had a lot of sound effects.
Yes.
That was really funny. They just did all these really cool sound effects. It doesn't really, I don't think would really work for us unless they've got a cork popping. Or, then we do our own cork.
We don't need sound effects for that. We'll actually open a bottle. So anyway, we've got 2 more songs left on the show. Anything else, Kat, that you'd like to touch on before we...
Well, we're going to go into Big Truth right now, and then I think we're going to do some little closing after that, and then go
then
right.
we
Big
have a special...
Truth is one of my favorite groups. I remember when they were Deke and Long.
Andy Long and Lisa DiClemente before they got married, and Andy was looking for a singer, and he and Lisa hooked up. her name Deke Clementi, so that became Deke and Long. And then it didn't take long for them to open up and broaden. They became Big Truth and Little Lies, a Fleetwood Mac cover band. And two of the nicest people you'd ever hope to meet. We love Andy and Lisa.
They're so much fun to go see. They just really enjoy themselves when they perform. It's a great,
I want to say that
show.
All these artists that we're showcasing today have been on Chords and Vines. So if you want to find out more about them, go to chordsandvines.com.
And Keith Moyer, the officer who was tragically gunned down not that very long ago, played drums with them for many a year.
Yes,
and,
Keith was their drummer when they
Yeah.
first expanded their group.
So I found some pictures of Keith playing drums with them when they played at Eagle's Nest in Ramona. And it just we could tell you stories about Andy and Lisa for days, but let's listen to their music. This is one of their originals called Orange Sky.
The sun is coming up. The moon is fueling its fire. Hear the falls from Maria. 'Cause then I wanted to hear. Welcome the fire. Breeding desire. Refined to heal. Refined. The sound of the cloud just to wait and breathe. Every moment I breathe. Now we've come full circle on a sea of ashes falling from the sky. Don't let it pass us by. Our lives are bright. Our water I nourish man. The sun's coming up. Oh yeah, it's fueling its fire. Feel the heat from the fire. Feel the falls from the real. Yeah, 'cause then I'm wanting to heal. The sun is coming up. The cloud just to wait and breathe. Every moment I breathe. Now we've come full circle on a sea of ashes falling from the sky. The moon is fueling its fire. Feel the falls from Maria. 'Cause then I wanted to hear. The sun is coming up. The sun is coming up orange.
And that is Big Truth with Lisa Long and Andy Long. A song called Orange Sky, and we had them on Chords and Vines. All the artists we're listening to today have been guests on Chords and Vines. It's been a great show. We're just delighted to have Tim Moyer here today. Tim, thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you guys for having me.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
And Laura Plant, thank you for sitting in.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Yes. And Kat Ellis looks like she's doing research.
Of course, I'm always research. I'm always reading and trying to find out something. It's like, well, Tim, I think we both have tabs open in our brain all the time. But yeah, it's been great, and it was just, you couldn't just pick one artist. We've had so many. I think we just need to keep showcasing them like this every once in a while on our show.
Off air, we just had an exciting announcement. Tim Moyer is going to sponsor a show of the TVMA winners. Tell us about that, Tim.
Yeah, so I'm going to be one of the radio show sponsors for whatever day we pick, and we'll be highlighting and featuring all of the winners of the TVMAs the past 4 years. So that'll be a fun show.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Do you have a Temecula Entertainment Network site yet?
Not yet, but we're working on that.
Okay. I do have a Facebook page, but I haven't got it all set up yet. But it is Temecula Entertainment Network, and Chords and Vines is broadcasting underneath it right now. We're just still waiting for our big hard opening.
Okay, cool. Because we're talking while you guys are listening to music. We're talking back here about all kinds of new stuff
Absolutely.
that's going on. So it's going to be fun.
I love partnering with you, Tim. I mean, it's so much fun.
One of my favorite memories was at Bailey's in Old Town, and we had Andy Fraser on the show. Andy was what a guy. He was part of the group Free, and he actually wrote the song All Right Now. He told the story of how it came to be. He was a delightful man, so charismatic, such a talent, and we lost him way too soon.
Yeah.
We lost him 2 years ago, March 16th, and I remember that day so well because it was the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
And, if you ever meet somebody for the first time and you just instantly like them, and Andy just brought us right in, brought Chords and Vines in, and I was very fortunate. It was like 2 months, I believe, before he passed, to video one, I believe it's probably his last performance, and that was at the Grammy after party.
Amazing.
And you got some incredible photos that night.
I got some. And I told him afterwards, when it was all over, I said, Andy, I've photographed a lot of artists, but I don't ever remember having as much fun as I did tonight photographing you. And he never said a word. He just looked up, gave me a smile, and he had this beautiful twinkle in his eye. And it was such a sudden loss for him. But it was 2 years ago, and he in just a short time made such a huge impact
on so many people.
And with me. Wow. I mean, it's somebody that I grew up listening to, and that's one of the cool things about Chords and Vines is I get to interview people that I've grown up with. And Eddie's one of them.
Anyway, we thank you so much for listening in today. This is Chords and Vines. We come at you every Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock at chordsandvines.com. That's 2 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time now. And so let's listen to Andy Fraser. Totally Yours. We'll see you next Sunday at 2.
Totally mine. Other business put aside. Totally yours. Totally mine. Yeah, my undivided time. Bombs are falling. People dying left and right. Dozen causes keep us walking through the night. But every morning, well, we do what we can do to live in this world, to make it long time, to get through the day. But moment and totally yours now. Love the business put aside. Totally yours. Totally mine now. We have my undivided time. This, but then got out on the street. Such a pity. So many trouble minds can meet. We're all so busy doing this and doing that. So give it a thought. Just take some time to hold out your hands. Oh, for this moment and totally yours now. Well, all the business put aside. Totally yours. You're totally mine now. I do appreciate the time. A moment like this, you and I may not come around like this again. A moment like this, the days, make